In math, we learned how to use partial differences as a strategy to subtract multi-digit numbers. Today, we are going to learn how to use partial differences with regrouping. And we remember that in partial differences, there is the word part. And the word part is in the word partial, and difference is our answer in subtraction. So if I had a problem and I had 94 take away 57, we learned to show the value of our digits, and I have tens, and then I have ones. So here I have 90, and then I have 4 for 94, and 50, and 7 ones. And I'm going to put my subtraction sign. I can subtract 50 from 90. 50 is a smaller number. 90 take away 50 is 40. Then I look at my ones and I want to subtract. And I have 4 take away 7. I know that I cannot take away 7 from 4. 7 is a bigger number. Therefore, I need to borrow a 10. So I'm going to cross out my 40. I'm going to subtract 10, and I'm left over with 30. I'm going to move my 10 up into the ones place so that I can subtract. And now I have 14 take away 7, which equals 7 ones. 30 plus 7 equals 37. 94 take away 57 is 37. All right, I'm going to show you another problem with regrouping using the partial differences strategy. So if I have a problem and I have 138 and I'm going to subtract 59 from 138, I can use my partial differences strategy. In here I know I have hundreds in 138, I have tens, and then I also have a ones place for the number 138. I have 100 in 138, that's 100. There's 30, I'm expanding my number, and I have 8. I also have no tens in the number 59, so I have 50. And then I have 9 ones in the number 59, and I'm going to subtract. So if I start with my hundreds and I subtract, I have 100 take away 0, I'm left with 100, nothing was taken away. Then I look at my tens, and if I have 30 take away 50, I cannot take away 50 from 30 because 50 is a bigger number. Therefore, I'm going to have to borrow 100. So I'm going to cross out my 100, and I'm going to move my 100 to the tens place. And I have 130 take away 50. I know that 130 take away 50 is 80. All right, then I'm going to look at my ones place. I have 8 ones take away 9 ones. 8 ones take away 9 ones. I cannot subtract 9 from 8. 9 is a bigger number. Therefore, I'm going to borrow a 10. I'm going to cross out my my 80. I'm going to subtract 10 from 80. I'm left with 70. I'm going to move that 10 that I subtracted up into the ones place, and now I can subtract. 18 take away 9 is 9. I have no hundreds, that was crossed out here. I have 70, and I have 9, which equals 79. 138 take away 59 equals 79. That is my difference. I'm going to look at one more problem using the partial differences strategy. This is one strategy that you can use, and it helps you see the value of the digits when you're subtracting and when you are regrouping. So I have 405. 405 take away 298. So I know in 405 I have hundreds, I have tens, and ones. 400, in the number 405 I have 0 tens, I have 5 ones. 298, which I'm subtracting, I have 200. I'm expanding the number, 9 tens, which is 90. And then I have 8 ones. And I'm going to subtract. It's partial differences. 400 take away 200 is 200. Then I'm going to look at my tens place. I have 0 tens and 90. I cannot subtract 90 from 0. I can't do that. 90 is a bigger number than 0. So I need to borrow from my hundreds place. I'm going to subtract 100 from the hundreds place. I'm left with 100. I'm going to move that 100 that I subtracted right here into the tens, and I have 100. I know that 100 take away 90 is 10 right there. Okay, then I'm going to look at my ones place. I have 5 take away 8. I can't subtract 8 from 5. 8 is a bigger number. Therefore, I'm going to borrow from my tens. I'm going to subtract a 10 from the tens place. All I have is a 10, so I'm going to subtract the 10. I'm going to move my 10 into the ones place, and now I have 15 take away 8. I know that 8 plus 7 equals 15, therefore 15 take away 8 equals 7 ones. Now, if I look at my number, I don't have any 10s left over. There's a 0 there. I know that I have a 100 plus 0 tens plus 7 ones. If I were to write this number right here, it would be 107. So this is one strategy that you can use when solving a subtraction problem with multi-digits, with more than one digit. And it can help you see the parts of the numbers when you expand them to see what's happening when you are borrowing or when you are regrouping numbers to subtract.